Hi everyone, it's been a minute, but today I'm picking up where I left off. So let me walk you through what I have here. So I went ahead behind the scenes and I added a new subset to my sheet set, and I added to it a new sheet called Section and External Elevation, which is the one I have open here. And I added to it two viewports, one of the section and one of the external elevation that I drew in the previous videos that I'm linking here. But for today's video, I'm going to open my furniture layout plan and I'm going to show you how I'm going to annotate this plan to indicate that the sheet set has a section of the apartment as well as an external elevation. So the first step is to create a section cut line block. So I'll hit the L key on my keyboard and the space bar and I'll draw a horizontal line anywhere on my sheet. And then from the Home tab, I'll go to Annotation and select this symbol to add a leader. And I'll draw the leader to make it perpendicular to the line that I just drew. Now I'll hit the Escape key, select the leader, hit PR on my keyboard to open my Properties palette. And from here, I'm going to change the arrowhead size of the leader to 5. And I'll change the landing distance to 0. Then I'll close this palette and I'll just adjust this line to make it end where the leader lands. Hit the Escape key. And now I'm going to offset my horizontal line by 15 mil. And I'll adjust the length of my leader. Now I can remove this. And on the other end, I'm going to draw another vertical line, but this one is only 5 mil long. And I'll select this drawing and hit the B key, then the space bar on my keyboard to create a block called Section Cut Line. Make sure Open in Block Editor is checkmarked and click OK. So I'll zoom out a bit, and from my block authoring palettes, I'll go to parameters and select a linear one. I'll add it from one end to the other, and then I'll go to the Actions tab and select Stretch. When it says select parameter, I'll select the one that I just added, and for the parameter point, I'll select this one. Now I'll draw a frame around the objects I want to stretch, and I'll select the horizontal line as well as the vertical line and hit enter. Now I can close block editor. Save changes, sure. Now if I select my newly created block, this gripping point appears, which allows me to extend my line as much as I want. Now just to refresh your memory, I'm going to open my original furniture layout drawing. So I'll double click inside the viewport, select the drawing, right click and select Open XREF, open, and it opens my original drawing file. So this is my furniture layout plan, and these are the section and external elevation that I projected from it. I had placed this construction line to indicate where I'm slicing through the apartment and looking towards the 3 windows to project this section. However, this construction line is placed on def points, so it doesn't show when I'm printing. Now I'm going to use it to place my section cut line on the sheet. So let's go back to the furniture layout plan sheet, double click outside the viewport. Now I can close this and I'll select my section cut line, hit the M key, then the space bar, and I'll move it from this corner, place it on the construction line, and I'll use the gripping point to adjust it from the other side. What I'm going to do now is go to Sheet Views, and I'm going to collapse all the sheets I don't need right now, so you can see. The one I need is the new one called Section and External Elevation, and the 2 viewports that I have on there are showing here. I'm going to right-click Section and select Place Callout Block, and from here I'll select Elevation Reference because this one has the pointer, and I'll place my callout block on the end of my section cut line. Click OK, and now I'll just move it so I can attach it to the section cut line. So what this is indicating right now is that there is a section slicing through the apartment right where this line is, and it's looking towards the 3 windows. This is what the leader is indicating, and on this side it's telling me that view number 1 on sheet 201 is where I can find that section. So let's verify this information. Go back to sheet list, select sheet 201, which is on the bottom half of the callout block, double click. View number 1 is indeed the section. Now let me show you how I'm going to indicate that there is the external elevation. Let's go back to Sheet Views, right-click External Elevation, place Callout Block. I'll select Elevation Reference again, and I'll place it at the top of my sheet. Click OK, and I'll select it, and I'll grab the pointer by the gripping point, and I'll rotate it by 180 degrees. So what this is indicating is that there is an external elevation for this apartment from this point of perspective looking towards the 3 windows, and that this drawing exists in view number 2 of sheet 201. So let's go back to sheet 201. View number 2 in sheet 201 is showing the external elevation. Now I'll go back to my furniture layout plan and I'll hit Ctrl P on my keyboard to show you what this would look like when I print. Now I'll select preview. As you can see, anything that was on def points isn't showing. So my viewport frame isn't showing, neither is the construction line that was going across the section in my original DWG. All I see is my furniture layout plan, my section cut line showing the call out for the section viewport, as well as the call out for the external elevation. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching.